Hey everyone, Bob here, KD4BMG HOA Ham. Every time I receive an email notification from FedEx that a package is en route to me from Nevada, my interest is sparked. And that happened to me last week. I received the email notification, and within days, a package arrived which contained a shiny Radial puck. This Radial puck was introduced around the same time as the PRV, the Portable Resonant Vertical Antenna System, which is a fantastic coil antenna system from Chameleon. And this can also be used with several other configurations with other Chameleon products. So the box was about 50 inches long, and inside of that box there were 6 metal, let's just call them stingers, let's call them radials, let's call them gear that we need to create a ground plane. I'm showing the opposite end of 2 of them. On one end is a banana plug, and on the other end is this protective cap. So these are 48 inches long plus the length of the banana plug. So this is now available for sale on the Chameleon website, and what we have here is a ground plane system, radial system, that's easy to deploy in situations where perhaps it's a little bit difficult to deploy a radial system. This 6 stinger set will occupy all 6 holes around the perimeter of the chop puck. Well, that certainly sparked some interest in me pretty quickly. What are we going to use this with? Well, there's a DX contest this weekend. I thought to myself last evening, what about if we pair up this new counterpoise ground plane with the MCC, the multi-configuration coil, which is part of the Portable Resonant Vertical System, along with the 58-inch long telescoping antenna, and let's put it with the carbon fiber tripod. And let's put it somewhere in the HOA where it just won't be able to function well. I do have a small enough backyard that I could have placed this away from my home so that it was spread out and that counterpoise ground plane system had a chance to do its work effectively. But instead of that, I put it up against the house in a corner where our concrete slab patio deck in the backyard is 6 feet away from a concrete block stucco wall and 8 feet away from an aluminum and glass sunroom. How well will that perform? It's not in free space. I thought to myself, I'm in an HOA. Let's put this thing in the worst possible condition, and let's see if we can make any contacts in that DX contest.
DQ contest, November Echo 3 Fox.
Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Mike Golf.
Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Mike Golf, 59 Alpha.
59 Florida.
Thank you, 73.
Okay, busted, you caught me. That wasn't DX. It was just Florida to Pennsylvania. Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Mike Golf.
Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Mike Golf, 59 Kilo.
59 Florida.
Thank you. Oscar Mike 7 Mike.
As with all gear, you should be taking my illustration and figure out how to apply it to your particular use case. I almost didn't do this video this evening, but with that DX contest coming up, I thought, well, hurry up, let's go out there. I have 30 minutes to set this up before the sun goes down and my camera can't pick up anything. It was already getting dark. The camera did an adequate job, and boy am I glad I did this, just simply because I was amazed at how quickly this set up. I was amazed at how quickly I could get resonant on the frequency I wanted to operate in 20 meters, and actually I was looking to operate across the entire band. We'll get to an SWR reading, and I wanted to work the contest. I only had about 30 minutes of my life to give to this contest. I made a dozen contacts during that 30-minute period of time. 8 of them were good contacts, meaning the exchange happened quickly. They didn't ask for me to repeat my call sign. Of course, I got a 5-9 signal report. 4 of those contacts, we went back and forth a couple of times before they picked up my call sign, and they still gave me a 5-9, so I don't know if that was just how busy the frequencies were or whether they did have a struggle to hear me. Those who watch the channel often know I value your time. I try to keep my videos going at a fairly fast clip, and I try to be very informative. I will cut out pieces of video and blend them together so you get the idea without consuming your life. This clip lasts for 2 minutes and 5 seconds from the time I actually start opening up the bag that has the antenna system in it until I'm ready to put coax on it. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. 18 of that was me just getting the PRV system out of its protective covering. I'm showing you the entire clip because I want you to realize just how simple the PRV setup is and how simple this banana plug ground plane system works and how quickly you can set up an antenna system, whether you're at Parks on the Air or operating backyard portable in the HOA. Once I finally did get this set up and get the coax on, it took me about another 2 minutes to dial in that coil, and I was using the Chameleon antenna analyzer, and I'm going to show you those readings here on the screen next. In my review of the CHA SA1 analyzer, I showed you how to tune a coil antenna, and of course I used the PRV as the example. So I'll link that video in the description below if you want to see how to tune a coil antenna. Here we are showing what the SWR reading is. I'm starting with frequency 14300. I am going to use the plotting software that Chameleon provides as kind of an accessory to this, and I'm demonstrating to you that I just switch from one antenna to another. I have multiple antenna switches in my shack to go from radio to radio and antenna to antenna. Let's go ahead and plot the band so we can see what we look like across the entire range of the 20-meter band. Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Mike Golf.
84 BMG 59K.
59 Florida.
Thanks, Signal Papa 1 Hotel.
Many of you recognize this space as where my portamast resides. The 30-foot long wire had to come down so as not to interfere with transmission and reception on the PRV, but you can see my portamast still standing proud. You know we have good gear when it only takes a 6 or 7 minute long video to completely describe how to set it up and then to demonstrate it and actually make a couple of QSOs. I think maybe next up we'll have to see how this works with the CHA Micro or Mini. There will be a link in the description below to the Chameleon antenna website. And if you're interested in supporting what we're doing here on the channel to show creative and effective ways to operate in the Homeowners Association, there are other links to show you how you can do that. I'll talk to you soon, friend. 73.